Sycamore field. That's a retirement assisted living. It's going up there in the distance, and then this whole field is being marked for houses. So that's all leading up to the back of the park there. And so this building right over there is the builder's place where we'll be showing the models and this stuff on the other side, south of town, is also getting ready to be houses. So not too long. What I'm going to try to do today is hit a couple of the major intersections Dad and I hit a few years ago. Let's just see how they've changed. I got a little bit of tape left, so I might as well use it on that. This is the intersection of 23 and Peace Road, which is relatively new. Looking south right now. This won't be cornfields for long. There's some townhouses that have been going up. In the distance you can see the high school. And we saw a lot of shopping plazas going up along 23. Farm and Fleet. And this Walgreens, that's new to me. So I'm seeing stuff that's new here too. Looking east, 64 at the intersection of 64 and Peace Road. This hasn't built up yet, but all in due time. Good day for this. It's November, but it's about 60 degrees out here, so it's easier for me to do this. And this Peace Road extension is pretty new for me. I haven't even been out here on it. This is Brickville Road, where it meets Motel Road. See a lot of houses have gone up. South side of Motel. Hoffman's Farm and Malone, Les Malone, both sold their farms and built those. So this is Hoffman's on the other side of Motel. I think he's going to keep that though. I don't see houses coming up in that anytime soon. Looking north, you see North Grove School. Distance, see all those cars going. That's Peace Road where it cuts across from 64 to 23. Cuts right through. Alright, here we're just northwest of town. We're at the intersection of Brickville Road and Peace Road. Looking right now southeast right now. So back toward town. There's a lot of traffic comes through here. Houses are springing up along these roads. That's Brickville, heading north. Over 23 and Peace meet. Alright, this is the intersection of Peace Road and 23. On the other side of the light there is Plank Road. That helps you be familiar off of 23. So there you have an extension and a decal clinic there. As you can see, lots of houses have gone up there. All up and down Peace Road. Back, both sides of the road. Tractors are everywhere. They're getting it ready for lots and lots of houses. And as we turn north up 23, you'll see all the tractors getting ready over there. lots more houses going in. They're getting the land ready, so lots of building going on right now. Here we're looking south on 23 into town. We have the junior high. Still the same. Little gate. Going north on 23. Here on the east side is all the new development along 23. Lots and lots of houses going up over here. Here you got the shop as it looks today. Looking around the old neighborhood sign. Ron and Vinny put in a couple years ago. All the old houses. And where the house used to be. The old shop. We'll take a look at the backside. The backside of the shop, it looks a lot different than it did years ago. The house along Pleasant there. Back a lot. You got the other side, back, barns there. Road at the intersection with Peace, looking west now. There's Arbor Green, which is now Caterpillar. Nothing's going on here now, but it'll be interesting to see in 5 years ago if these are still, to see in 5 or 10 years if these are still fields or what they are. I have a few more minutes of tape, so I'm just going to go around to some of the other intersections just to get them on tape. They'll all change soon. Intersection of Bethany and Peace, looking north on Peace Road there. That's the new county farm bureau. East toward on Bethany, looking west at the intersection with 23. There. Lots of building going on in 23. Looking west, still on Bethany at First. See the tractors working over there. There's lots of houses going up on that side of First Street. This is looking north on First Street at the intersection with Coltonville Road. A lot of it's pretty much the same here for now. Still looking north on First Street at the intersection with 64.
Yeah, it is a great campus. I remember visiting out there many years ago. And, I almost decided to come.
Something you won't see around here much longer. You got the high school. Just I have about 2 minutes to fill, so I'm just trying to find some things that be of some interest. You can see Peace Road in the back there, all those townhouses. So that's pretty new. There's all cornfields when we were here. Football field looks the same. Now this is new. They ran this where it connects over with the Methodist Church. So you can cut across to 64 now. And build tennis courts. Otherwise the neighborhood is about the same. They've added on to the school a lot though. It's more on the back side. To the front. The school looks the same, but on the front side you can see all the additions that have been put on. I think from here I'll go back over, I'll swing by the old house real quick, and then take a shot of Mom's new place, and that should be it. There's the old house. What's used to be Sam's house? See the Schroeders, Dailies, Larsons. All the names I'm sure have changed. Pools and Reynolds. Looks a lot the same. Well, that's the end of North Cross Street. It's changed a lot.
Just a bare piece of land. Lot 11 and Lot 12, I believe, is what they called it. They had an idea and a dream. Back taxes on it were $400. And that was like a lifetime savings. Had no idea how.
What
they
year
ever
was
paid
that?
for it.
What year was that?
1940.
1940.
Yep. They, against the wishes of their parents, which told them they were crazy, they wanted to buy a lot up on West State Street, up in the vicinity of where the new bank is, in the 500 block. That was the same amount of money. My dad says, well, looks to me like I'm getting a lot more land here, so he said, I think I would rather get a lot more land for my money than one lot. So when he purchased it, there were drawbacks. The weeds and stuff were setting about 12 foot high on it. And he said he didn't have the money to buy any power equipment. Of course, any power equipment in 1940 wasn't too good anyway. So he cleared all the land with a scythe and a push mower. Took him in somewhere around 2 years to clear it all. He did the front part up where the present house is standing. First off, because the apartment that they were living in on Cottage Row here in Sycamore, he had to get out of it because they were raising his rent $5 because he had put a bathroom in it, which made it an approved apartment. So he decided what he would do is come down here, construct the front part of the house. Basically, he made a 3-car garage. That way he had someplace to move in to, be able to set up. There weren't any kids around or anything, and he would go ahead and start building the house east of there. Well, then World War II broke out. The government says all you can do is add on. You can't build any new structures. So at that time, he proceeded to put a second story on it. Made the first, what I call the first phase of the house. If you come over this way a little bit more, you can probably see the way the upper structure is. The upper part of the roof has a flat spot in it. Well, as a young kid growing up, you can envision this as having a peak. It went up and then came back down, and then he put a second addition on it, so it had a double peaked roof, which when it filled up with snow and stuff, he had a lot of water problems. So that didn't work out. I mean, about 15 years he had to redesign it. But there's been a lot of money, a lot of time.
So you built it all by himself?
Yeah.
How long did that take him?
Well, I don't really know. It seemed like he was building the house my entire life, so long as I lived there. I mean, it seemed like he was always putting an addition on. I think the last addition he put on, probably in the, I'm going to say in the early 60s, you know.
20 years he's working on this.
But I don't really know. We ought to walk around on the back side of the house here and you know, take a look from there.
Okay.
Get a different view.
It's a shot of the entire lot from the south side of East Sycamore Street.
Yeah, I was going to say, all the evergreens and stuff over in front of the house and on the east side of the property, they were all planted, you know, way back then by my mother and father, and they planted the three trees together back there. I believe were planted for one of each of his children, you know, but I don't know. It must be thick ice, huh?
When they move in?
You know, I think it was in early '41 that they had things livable as far as, you know, living quarters that they could get out of the apartment because they couldn't afford to pay the rent over there. I think Mother said that she was making $16 every 2 weeks working for the phone company as a
she an
telephone operator.
Operator?
She said that was 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week.
Unbelievable.
And Dad, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was working. He worked on the Turner Brass, and then I think he said he doubled his pay when he went to work at Newquist Foundry in DeKalb. But that was in the late 30s, I think. But he was making like $16 a week. But then he went on to the Sycamore Police Department in 1940. But I don't know really what he was getting paid at the time. But he was a motorcycle policeman.
So it was 1940 they moved in here.
Huh?
It was 1941 when they moved in here.
Yeah.
And Bob Ehrler was born in 43?
Yeah. Yep. June 17th of 43.
And then you, Glenn Ehrler, and your sister Mary were born 3 days apart in 1945.
Yep.
War babies. War babies, as they call them. And then, so this house was occupied by the Ehrlers through the early 80s full time. And then Don and Ruth started to retired to Florida.
Yep.
And it's since been divided, and the upstairs is an apartment, as is the downstairs. Its first resident was another Ehrler. Ron lived there for 2.5 years, but it's now a set of apartments owned by Mary. The rest of the property is owned by Glenn. This here is what remains of the first shop that housed Ehrler's Repair. There's considerable.
These garages have quite a history.
Now, how long have those? Now, how did this garage complex develop? What was it when you were young?
Believe it or not, up until the time I was like 17 years old, this first garage here, where the tapered roof and the 3-door braces, little room, had a door. The doors came in from this end. But my dad always said, if you can keep a car underneath coverage, keep it out of the weather, it's going to last you a lot longer. So as us kids were all getting cars and stuff, he said, I'll bet you if I take and board that up and cut the side out of it, that we can fit 3 cars in there. One for him, one for Bob, and one for myself. He went ahead and did it, found out he had to add on about 4 feet on the other side, which is okay, and then Mary got a car. So he put on this little addition on the front here for Mary. He says, now it's only going to be there as long as Mary's home. As soon as she leaves, we're going to take it off. Well, I think she moved out in 1965, 1966. I put a Model T Ford, a 1926 Model T Ford coupe in there, hid it, which was there until 1974. Well, as you see, it's still on there, still doing a good job. But the original garage was constructed in the early 40s, 1942, 1943, something like that. I don't know the exact year, but it's done a real good job of serving the purpose.
So was this little stretch with the posts here, was that the original garage, and what's behind it not there?
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna